with a community garden, a community allotment project and a community park. It's clear that Holgate are a close bunch. So when a major development, which may disrupt the area, is proposed, they want their voice to be heard. The plans to redevelop parts of the largely underused York Central brownfield site will include the demolition of Alliance House, a 19th century building which is part of York's railway history. And crucial consultation will be needed about an access road that will lead into the site. York Central Action, a coalition of over 20 community groups, want to ensure that the site will benefit Holgate and the people of the city.
We're very much in favour of development, but not at any cost. And our key thing is, how will this make life better for the people of York? Well, the problem with the proposed development is finding out what is being proposed, because we're being consulted at the moment. At the moment we're consulted about roads into the site, but we still haven't got a picture of what the whole vision is, what the whole development's going to end up as. And on the one hand we're told, oh no, this is all, we want to find out what people want. And on the other hand we're told, well, we need grade A offices, we want to move a big company in, it's probably too expensive for social housing. And we say, well, what's in this for the people of York? So our aim is to build on community assets, not just to strip the site and ignore everything that's going on around it. So the area is surrounded by community activities and community projects, and we would like to see these being built on, not just some great big grand plan plopped into the middle of York for the benefit of whom?
But what are the main issues that are worrying the community?
Why say we've got to get rid of that building before there's a big picture as to what the whole site should be? Maybe that could be a lovely walkway into the site, building on the old assets, the historic assets, as well as the community assets. Well, there's two consultations going on. One is about the access into York Central, and that's going on at the moment, and we're very unhappy about that because we haven't been told nearly enough what we need to know, like which roads are going to jam up with traffic, what the health implications are. And then there's a second consultation coming up for the whole site. And we just think it's really important that local residents get their say in and talk about the needs of the people of York. Because at the moment we don't feel those are being taken into account sufficiently.
So what would be the ideal outcome?
This is me personally, because York Central Action, our aim is to involve people and to inform them as far as we can. Right, so if you're asking me what I'd like to see personally, I'd like to see a very mixed development, including housing, including small workshops for start-up businesses, housing again mixed, some privately owned but also publicly owned. There's a real housing problem in York. There's probably well over 2,000 people, 1,600 on the waiting list. A site like this in the middle of York shouldn't just be for luxury flats which are being talked about. It shouldn't just be for grade A offices. It should look at the needs of the people of York and expand from that and build on the community assets.
In a statement, York Central Partnership said Alliance House has been empty for the past 6 years and is in a state of disrepair. Network Rail has all the necessary permissions to demolish the building. Demolition will not begin until after the present consultation has been completed. With regards to the access road to the site, the partnership explained that there are 3 access options being discussed at consultations. The consultations are a chance to help York residents better understand the decision-making process and the timeline for the development, and to be able to have their say. We are particularly interested in finding out what they feel the impact will be on the community of each option. The views and opinions shared as part of this consultation will form part of the decision-making process to identify a preferred option, and we would encourage all residents to take part. The partnership will be holding a series of meetings with local community groups, and you'll be able to share your opinions until the 13th of September. Abby Walker, That's TV.